Hey,
Oh my God, I'm in. Hello.
hi. Nice to see you.
Good afternoon, morning, afternoon.
I know, right? I woke up late. All right. You want to just hop into it?
Sure.
All right. You want to just start introduce yourself?
Yeah, Brandon Roseking. I'm the guy who plays in the band Roseking. Got a band down in San Diego. Kind of took a break because I started X-ray school, but yeah, been playing for like 2 years, I think. It's been fun.
That's awesome. And I just I wanted to kind of get to know a little bit more about your band. I was curious everybody has like a first show story. What was your first show under Rose King?
Huh. So I actually started out like playing open mics. I did that a lot on my own. And I played like my own personal first time was at Aztec Brewery in Vista, and I just played by myself. That got me as a featured artist and played for like 45 minutes. But I was so nervous that day that I didn't eat, and I just got there and I was like, okay, I'm fucking ready to go. It was like 20 or 22 at the time, like 20, about to be 28. But they told me that the beers were free, and I was like, free? So they kept giving me beers while I'm playing, and I was like, by the time my set was done, I was blacked out. I stepped off the stage and I didn't remember a goddamn thing. The night ended with me laying down in Denny's on the bathroom floor with no shoes on. That's pretty cool, I guess. But my first show with the band, oh fuck. Oh, I think our first show with the band, it was with me, Ian, and Spencer, or three piece. We played at the All That Ever Is, or All That Ever Was, and All That Ever Will Be music festival, DIY music festival out in Joshua Tree. We played on Sunday at 10 in the morning, and Joshua Tree is very far from San Diego. So fucking my drummer Ian, he was coming from fucking a EDM festival that was in San Bernardino. He drove there, and then Spencer was coming from San Diego, and then I was coming from Moreno Valley. So we all got there at fucking 10 in the morning, and all the equipment was shit. There was no drum chair. I think Ian was sitting on a crate. The cymbals were actually falling off while he was playing. The wind was insane. Um, yeah, crazy set, I guess. But people did wake up and they came outside to listen to us play. We didn't play at 10. We ended up playing at like 11 or something. And then we all leave to go get some Jack in the Box and some beer. Little celebratory shit. And my girlfriend and my buddy Salon, they're like, fuck them. Let's just go back home. Like that place fucking sucks. I don't want to go back there. I'm like, there are homies. We got to go back. And then on the way back, this is so fucking terrible. I total my fucking car. I had a 2019 Kia Niro, nice car, very nice car. Absolutely totaled it. So we never made it back to the show. Took an Uber back home and cried. But the insurance took care of everything. I ended up buying a shitty car that died on me. Now I have a 1985 Mercedes Benz.
Yeah, I was curious how did you guys meet in the first place?
So the band that you saw, that was not the original lineup. At first, it was yeah, the what I just said, Ian and Spencer. So I was on Vamper, which is like Tender for musicians, I guess. You'd be swiping left. It's mostly producers on there. They're like, "Hey, bro, you need beats? You fucking need beats, bro?" No, I don't need beats. I'm looking for a goddamn band. But I was on there and I had like one or two songs out at the time. And this dude messages me. He's like, "Hey, I like your songs that you have. Do you want to come try out for my band?" And I was like, sure. I always wanted to find a band. It's fucking hard to find a band. I don't know why. But he invited me over and I practiced with them like once or twice. And then we started practicing every week for like 2 months. The band was called Home by Five. You probably know them. Um, And then like we missed two practices, like it just didn't work out scheduling. And then the guy who called us all up together, his name's Eric. He was like, "Hey, so it seems like you guys aren't taking this very seriously, so I'm just gonna take the band solo now." And yeah, and then like me and the guys were like, "All right, brother man, whatever you want." So like none of us fought him like trying to kick us out. We are like, "Oh, okay, bro, whatever." But then I was like, "Well, guys, we play good together, and I got a couple of songs. So you want to start practicing?" And they were like, "Yeah, fuck it." So we started practicing it like your and shit, and then played the same songs a lot and a lot. It's hard to get guys to learn new songs somehow. But then after that, yeah, we started playing a couple of shows.
That's really fun. Uh, yeah. I was also curious what some of your like main influences are. When I listen to your music, which I do on occasion, um
My
yeah,
dog. Thank you.
I hear like some camping in Alaska. Is that just me?
Um, I don't know. Oh, you know what? I started following this guy, Marcus Theatrics, and he's like a big Midwest emo influencer type guy. And I actually found out about them through his page. And I used to really like Midwest emo. Like
Yeah.
when I was like 16, I was like learning how to play Chon, and I was listening to like fucking the exploration and like everything everywhere, and like a bunch of really very shitty Midwest emo bands. But what I wanted to sound like initially was like a mix of the Front Bottoms and Joyce Manor. I just want to like have those two make a baby. But yeah, I've always been a really big fan of Midwest emo. I just haven't been a good enough guitar player to call my band that.
Yeah. That's fun. I I got a few more. I was also curious, your shows have a lot of like energy to them, and I was wondering, do you have any like songs that you just love to like perform?
um, hmm. I mean, I like playing everything. There's not a song that I play where I'm like, oh God, this. I mean, my band, they feel like that about a lot of the songs, but me, I like playing most of them. Um, I think one of like the most fun that we've had was we played What I Got at was it the Kensington Club? And my drummer hopped off stage, and the drummer for his other band hopped up, and he just started playing. Dude was wasted, and it was so fucking funny because like I was ready to end the song. It's like it's over, but then like the drummer just kept going, and I was like, all right, fuck it, we're still running this bitch, and it was a lot of fun. Instead of playing the solo for that, because I never wanted to learn it, I just played Twinkle Twinkle Little Star before the fucking lyrics start, and it's always a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's really cool. I was also curious, like, you mentioned you're doing X-ray school. Is there anything you can tell us about like your life outside of music and like what that looks like?
Well, for the past like 2 years, I was really focused on the music. I mean, we were practicing every week. I live in Moreno Valley, and the band lives in San Diego, so I was driving down there every week, and or at least as often as I could to practice and record and work on music videos. But it's hard when you live far. So yeah, for like the past year and a half, 2 years, the band was really my main thing. Like, I am a weed delivery driver, which is a really cool fucking job. Not gonna lie. So yeah, I do that. I got my girlfriend. I play D&D when I can. I like to play Magic the Gathering. But yeah, ever since I started X-ray school, that has kind of been my life. A lot of fucking homework. So I spend all my time on that, and yeah, I've had to pause the band stuff while I'm in school for this next year, unfortunately.
Man, that's too bad. I think I remember you mentioning something like that to me when I did sound for you.
Yeah, I can't sell drugs forever, unfortunately. I gotta get a real job.
Yeah, I actually I used to be really into Magic the Gathering too. I have like a shit ton of cards I don't use.
Bro, when I moved into this fucking house where I live, I just came over here to play Magic every now and then. And I had one deck that I built because I had a friend convince me to buy a set. and I had like a dinosaur deck, and it was ass. I started playing with these guys, and in the past 2 years that I've lived here, I went from having one deck that was worth nothing, upgraded that to like an over $300 deck, and now I have like fucking 10 or 11 decks total. That shit will consume your life. And the worst part about it is the games aren't short, man. You be playing Commander for like fucking sometimes like 2, maybe 3 hours for one game. It's pretty brutal, but it can be fun sometimes.
Yo, what's your favorite? This is such a like off track thing, but what's your favorite deck to run? I'm just curious.
So I've built a lot at this point. I have this goblin deck with Krenko as the commander, and he just fucking doubles your goblins. So you just keep making more and more. I've had like fucking 200, 400 goblins on the battlefield before. But one of the newer ones I made, we call him Garth Brooks. He's Garth One Eye. And basically, what I do is I just enchant all of my lands so that they're tapping for like 7 or 8 mana. And I have run a bunch of cards that untap those. So I use like X spells, and then I untap my 8 mana land like a couple of times, and I just burn everybody for like 50 damage. It's pretty nasty.
Dude, those are some crazy cards. Kranko is wild for a
I love that
commander.
guy.
Yeah. I was hoping to maybe learn some more about like the background behind your upcoming single.
Oh, right, yeah, the liquor store song. So that so for that song, I was since I'm a delivery driver, I drive around a lot, and I literally looked up Midwest emo type beat on YouTube, and the first thing that came up, I listened to it, and I was like, okay, this sounds pretty cool. And then I just started doing some like fuck around lyrics, and I was like, wait, this is actually kind of hard. So I sent it over to the band, just like a really shitty recording of me like screaming over the track in my car, and they were like, yeah, that sounds cool. And then Jimmy, the bass player, I don't think he played that night. No, he didn't. He wasn't there when you were there. But we had like a real hard time. Like he really wanted to be in the band. He like paid for the first practice that he was supposed to be there, but didn't show up. And then months and months went by. And we're like, okay, when are we gonna play with this dude? But shit just kept coming up. But finally, we got to meet up with him, and I showed him the song. And I'm not good at like music or like keys or how any of that shit works. So I really rely on other people for that. Like if I do it, we're doing 4 chords, brother, man. This shit is not going to be interesting, let me tell you. But I sat down with Jimmy and my buddy JJ's apartment. I was actually in trucking school at that time. Failed the hell out of that, unfortunately. But we were there and we ran through the song a couple of times. And then, like, first practice we had with Jimmy, we got that song down and like 4 other songs, like, pretty much good to go in this. And I was like, oh, hell yeah. But the writing for it, I used to drink a lot. They called me the king of beers. I am no longer the king of beers. I do not be drinking as much because that shit fucking costs money, brother, man. And yeah, beer can be fun, but it can also take over your life. And that's a little bit like, what the song is about. It's also like fun. It's like drink, but like not a lot. Watch yourself, brother, man.
Yeah. I'm actually in a straight edge band, so yeah, that's cool.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I have just two more questions for you. I was watching your music video that you just dropped today, and I was curious like what was it like making it and recording it? It looked a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. A lot of the wide shot. I wish we would have done like more skits and like more fucking around, but we were limited on time because I so the first room that we're in, I rented the big room at York, and we were like late getting out, and there was a band trying to come in, and they were very like not happy that we weren't out when they were supposed to be in, and we had a late start on that. Uh, Fucking smoke machine in that little room, man. I was sweating. I remember I was on the floor, and the guy who was filming, he was like, bro, why are your knees sweaty? I'm like, bro, I'm fat. That's just how it is, bro. The knees be getting sweaty. So that was a lot of fun. And then we have this secret parking lot spot we'd like to practice in. And yeah, we just played there. I don't even know how we did the sound. Like none of the amps were plugged in. It was literally just drums. I think like the drummer had a phone in his pocket, and he was like listening to it through that, and we were just going off him playing the drums. or we were on a Bluetooth speaker or some shit. I don't know. It was a lot of fun though.
Wow. That's cool to know about. And then just lastly, I was curious, like, what do you see in the future for Roseking?
Well, I still have more stuff that I want to do. It's hard to get everything that you want done. I have a couple of songs that I wanted to do. Like a long time ago when I was just recording solo, like I did post pop punk, swimming pool, and travel song with this producer, and I paid like almost 1,500 to get like a full album. Like the acoustic album that I have was supposed to be a full studio album, but like some shit came up, and he basically quit music, and so I never got my album. And he paid me back some of the money. I'm still waiting for the rest. I don't even fucking know. It's kind of weird, but I want to do that. I have some new stuff that I want to record, but I just don't know how it's gonna work. Like I can only do so much here in my room with the computer. So yeah, for at least for the next year, I think it's just gonna be straight school. But definitely have some more stuff that I'm cooking. And I'm always gonna love music, so I'm always gonna come up with more dumb shit to record.
I'm excited to hear more. That's about it. I just for anyone watching, make sure to check out is it Liquor Store?
Liquor store, yeah, comes out on the 21st.
Under Rose King.
Hell yeah.
All right. It was nice talking to you. I enjoyed this.
You too, man. You have a good one.
Yeah, you as well.
Thank you.
Don't no
Bye.
worries. Bye.